This is James with NetNewsLedger. We asked Premier Ford some questions today on intercity bus transportation and on the crime situation in northwestern Ontario. Here's what the Premier had to say.
Good afternoon, Premier, and thank you for taking my question.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Last Saturday we talked and gas prices dropped 5 cents a litre afterward. They're back up again, so we still have work to do. Here in northwestern Ontario, we're faced with challenges. Geography, we're the size of France, and population, we're the size of a suburb of Toronto. So as the province starts to open up, one of the areas is elective surgery openings at the hospitals and how people are going to get there. A lot of those people use the intercity bus lines to travel to major centres. This includes our huge Indigenous population across the north. On Thursday night, I talked to Minister of Health federally, Patty Hajdu. She says there's money out there federally to support the intercommunity bus companies, but it has to flow through the province. What can be done to support intercity bus transportation in northwestern Ontario to maintain those services now and then post-pandemic?
Well, I'm not familiar with an exact program that's going to be supporting transit across the province, but I will mention it and ask the Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister next time we're on the phone, if the federal minister is saying that, then show me the money, and then we'll deal with it from there. But it's absolutely critical. I have to mention, you have some great representatives in the north, like Greg Rickford. I'll tell you, you should see all the ministers from the north at our cabinet table. I'll tell you, they have a loud voice, no matter if it's Greg Rickford up in Kenora, or Ross Romano in the Sioux, or Vic Fideli in North Bay. They have a very loud voice about making sure they protect the people of the north, and they're doing a great job at that. But we'll make sure that we address those issues and take care of the Indigenous community, along with other large areas like Thunder Bay, for example.
Yeah, I'm going to shift gears on you a little bit. Here in Thunder Bay and across northwestern Ontario, we're getting gangs of gun-toting thugs coming up from southern Ontario with their illegal drugs. The OPP are stopping some of these thugs and seizing drugs and money. So are the Thunder Bay police. But in Thunder Bay, people are dying at the hands of these criminals that are coming up from southern Ontario. They are shooting people, they're hurting people, they're hot-shotting people with lethal doses of fentanyl. What can be done to help the police up here in the north?
Well, I know the Solicitor General's in constant communication with all the chiefs across the province, along with the Commissioner of the OPP, putting a strategy together to tackle the guns and gangs. But it's just a one-step process. Once we tackle the guns and gangs, and as you say, the thugs, and I agree with that, and they try to intimidate the young kids out there, and it's my job and our job as a government to protect our kids, and I'm going to do everything we can to protect them and protect families from these thugs. Do you know what we need to do? We need to change the bail conditions. We need to make sure that when they get charged, they don't get a slap on the wrist and they're out in a short time. That's what frustrates the police more than anything. Once we catch these thugs, the federal government has to change the laws and start toughening up on the sentences. You know, some of the horrific crimes I've seen, and all of a sudden they're out in 6 months. In some cases, they get bail and they're out the next day. And I sympathize for the police, but a good announcement's coming very shortly for the OPP over the next week. You'll hear a great announcement. And by the way, I want to thank our police. They're absolutely true champions out there every single day, protecting communities across this province, and they're absolutely heroes. Along with, I always get all the emergency folks together, along with our firefighters and our paramedics. First responders are amazing people. Thank you for all the work you do.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, and have a great Mother's Day, everyone.
If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, and keep up to date on what's going on.